Like to share, please share that information with us, and we'll get someone to reach out to you and set up a schedule for you to share your information. Thank you. I'm your sister Jamila. Here you go, Sister Arlene.
Hi, y'all. I'm back again. Thank you all for coming out. Okay. So, do you have any idea why we should meditate before I go in? Okay, so the reason why I meditate is because I understand that oftentimes we have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot going on in our head, and we sometimes are running around in a loop trying to move forward with life, wondering why we can't move forward with life. What I've learned is that we have a lot of words and abstracts in our mind. Our brains are like a computer. It's a filing cabinet. So what I mean by that is, ladies, the typical old juju word of you gained weight, right? Overweight, fat, plumped. There's so many variations of one word that we have stored in our brains, in our minds. Can you imagine how many other thoughts and words we have in our minds that are a variation of one word? And sometimes we wonder why we can't move forward, because we have too much clutter in our minds, and we don't have room for new information. Hence, we're stagnant. Our brains are like an android or an AI robot. When it's overclouded, it starts to malfunction. It doesn't process as fast. You say you're gonna go here and you forgot where you're going, right in the middle of going where you're going. So I've learned to meditate to get rid of all the additional or extra words and information that is in my mind that does not need to be there, because it is holding me back. So the opening door to meditation is first sitting still in a quiet place. Start off with 15 minutes a day. And that's a challenging thing to do for us busy people. We sit down and next thing you know, somebody's texting us and we're picking up the phone and we're doing this and we're getting distracted. That's not meditation. Sit down for 15 minutes a day until your body and your mind gets used to being still and not reacting to anything that you think you need to do. If you think you need to do it, don't do it. Forget about it. Just sit still and be in peace. It is a process. I can't tell you how long it'll take before you get to opening the gateways to meditation. But I'll tell you that this is the step to get there. Sit for 15 minutes every day. And then as the time goes on, you'll see that you'll be able to sit for longer than 15 minutes a day. And then you'll realize that you can sit still and loud music, passing cars, people running up and down won't distract you. You'll just sit still, be at peace, be in limbo. You'll even get to the point where you might find yourself sleeping, and that's okay, don't fret. If you sit still and you fall asleep, you have made it. Once you start sleeping and you're not in the bed laying down, you know that you have made it. Once you get there, you can go on to the next step. The next step is focus on what your thoughts are. What are these thoughts that you're thinking about? What's going on up there? And then Brother Almal said something that was spectacular the last time we were in Philadelphia. So I'm going to repeat what he said. Once you figure out what's going on in your mind, find a solution to it and cancel that thought out. Cancel it out. Go on to the next and cancel it out. Until you get to the point where you just have the foundation of what you need to be having in your mind. And from there, you can now start to take on new information, learn new things about yourself, relieve yourself of the stress. Sometimes the stress that we have comes from what we're thinking about. We don't even realize that we have a lot of thoughts. Our mind goes through thousands of thoughts every day, and it's activating us, and we don't realize that we're activated. We're always thinking, we're always something, subconsciously. And then there's consciously, where we know we're thinking about things and working on things in our head. There's more things going on the subconscious level that we don't know about. We need to get rid of the subconscious activity. And once you work on canceling out thoughts that are going on up there in the subconscious that you know that you're not doing anything with, you'll start to feel light. Your brain will work faster. Now you want to know new information. And what I like about meditation and studying my own mind is that we learn that certain things for us is poison. Now we no longer want to take in information that can be considered as garbage. So now you're going to be intentional about the information that you're taking in. If you can't do anything productive with it, like use it for yourself or use it to teach someone else, you're going to discard that. And then that's where you'll be on the precipice of having a renewed mind that will actually bring a better and more calm body. And I'm out. Thank you all.